sport of basketball, a game rooted in over 100 years of tradition, was all changed by a single man. My name is Ben, and I've played basketball for well over 10 years, in addition to watching basketball for over 10 years. And so without further ado, to fully appreciate how one man managed to change such a huge sport and game, without further ado, this is how Stephen Curry changed basketball. So right here, this is Wardell Curry, better known as Stephen Curry. And to truly appreciate and understand how he managed to impact the game in the NBA levels, high school and college, we first need to start in college. So his collegiate career, according to sportsreference.com, a website that is extremely credible when looking at long-term data sets, they say that he attempted, over the course of his career, 9 3-point attempts per game, which was groundbreaking and shattering when compared to the other people of his era. He also made 40% of his threes, which was also extremely large compared to his competition. Again, he shot far more than his peers and made far more than his peers. When looking at the Kansas Jayhawks, who won the national title when he was in college, they only shot about half as many threes as Steph Curry did. And so it's clear that Steph Curry set himself different from his peers by using this three-point shot to his advantage. Now, him setting himself apart from his peers led him to be in the NBA. So his NBA influence, 5 years after he was drafted right about here, the three-point attempts per game went from 15 to 25. So just in the span of 5 years, he managed to greatly influence and impact the number of three-point shots taken per team to 25. Now that number today is 35. That is a 20 shot difference in when he started in the NBA to where he is now. That difference is staggering. That is 60 extra points a team can gain simply from using this three-point shot, for which Steph popularized. Steph's impact even becomes greater when looking at other teams' strategies and schemes, offensively speaking. The Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors, for example, previously had their team dominated by big men, such as Hakeem Olajuwon and Wilt Chamberlain. Now, they're dominated by three-point shooters, such as Stephen Curry. Now, his NBA influence is not to be undermined, but his college influence and his high school influence is even greater. Now, the Steph Curry effect, which a lot of coaches and players deem, influenced, for example, Grinnell College, who set a record in 2022 by attempting 111 three-pointers in a single game. Now, even right now, when the three-pointer is a heavily utilized shot, that number is still staggering. But when looking at back when Steph was shooting it, it was even greater. So this clearly shows the impact that Steph had on the college basketball scheme. Now, even when looking at the high school basketball team, in an article published in 2021 by Daniel Shin of the Tiger Times, he states that when looking purely at the numbers, high school basketball has seen a three-point trend parallel to that of the NBA. And he backs this up by citing that 34% of points each player made and attempted in both the NBA and high school basketball are all three-pointers. This clearly shows the effect that Steph Curry has had on not just the NBA, but the game of basketball as a whole. So to conclude, Steph Curry started off at Davidson College. He was shooting far more three-pointers than his peers, and he made far more three-pointers than his peers. He was then drafted into the NBA, where he impacted them at a great scale by increasing the number of three-point shots. Then, in college, he changed schemes, and in high school, he changed offensive strategies to revolve more around the three-point shot. So in large, whether you're playing basketball in the future, or you've played it in the past, or even in the future when you're watching games of your kids or even grandkids, you see a three-point shot taken, odds are that one shot was all impacted by one man, Wardell Stephen Curry. Thank you.